You picked up your phone to check one thing. That was 45 minutes ago. Sound familiar? In July 2025, researchers monitored 500 people's brainwaves while they scrolled social media. Their brain activity changed in patterns identical to gambling addiction. And people scrolling over 2 hours daily showed a 35% decline in prefrontal cortex activity, the part responsible for rational decision-making. This isn't a willpower problem. This is neuroscience. Today, we explain exactly what dopamine is doing to your brain every time you scroll, and why your phone was designed to exploit it. Let's go. First, dopamine is massively misunderstood. Most people think it's the pleasure chemical, but dopamine is actually the anticipation chemical. It's released when you expect a reward might be coming, not when you get it. It's the feeling of wanting, not having. Think of dopamine like the feeling when you hear a delivery notification. Not when you open the box, but the second you hear the knock. That's dopamine, pure wanting. This means dopamine keeps you seeking, always reaching for the next thing, never fully satisfied by what you just got. And social media was built to exploit exactly this. Variable reward, the most addictive pattern in psychology. Variable reward schedules, rewards that come unpredictably, are the most psychologically compelling pattern in existence. It's why slot machines are so addictive. Pull the lever, maybe win, maybe don't. You can't stop pulling. Now look at your social media feed. Sometimes there's something hilarious, sometimes something alarming, sometimes nothing. You never know what comes next. That's not accidental. That is a deliberately engineered variable reward schedule. Former insiders from Meta and TikTok have confirmed feeds are designed specifically for unpredictability, because unpredictability maximizes dopamine. Your phone is a slot machine. The scroll is the lever. And unlike a real casino, this one is always in your pocket, always free, and always open. The dopamine loop and why it backfires. Every dopamine hit from scrolling trains your brain to expect more. And like any stimulant, your brain adapts, down-regulating dopamine receptors, so you need more stimulation for the same reward. Ordinary life starts to feel flat by comparison. A 2025 study found frequent social media engagement alters dopamine pathways in ways analogous to substance addiction. Rational thinking weakens. Emotional reactivity increases. And here's the feedback loop nobody talks about. Alarming content activates your amygdala, your threat detection center, releasing cortisol, your stress hormone. Cortisol makes you anxious. Anxiety drives you to seek more information. Scrolling provides more information, so you keep scrolling. Stress drives scrolling. Scrolling drives stress. Round and round. Oxford named brain rot their word of the year for 2024, and the science backs it up. Research shows excessive rapid digital content leads to measurable cognitive decline, brain fog, decreased concentration, and weakened working memory. The mechanism is attention fragmentation. Every rapid content switch trains your brain to expect constant novelty. Reading, listening, thinking deeply all become genuinely harder. Your attention span isn't shrinking because you're lazy. It's shrinking because your brain has been systematically trained to expect faster rewards. Neuroplasticity, your brain wants to heal. Your brain is not permanently damaged. Neuroplasticity means the changes caused by scrolling are largely reversible. 2025 research showed significant cognitive recovery within just 1 week of reduced use. Reaction times improved, anxiety decreased, sleep quality improved, and improvements continued, growing at 1 month. You don't need to quit entirely. Limiting social media to 30 minutes daily, a University of Pennsylvania study found this the optimal threshold, produces meaningful mental health benefits. Adding small friction helps. Move apps off your home screen, turn off non-essential notifications, log out so you have to type your password. These tiny barriers give your prefrontal cortex a chance to decide whether you actually want to scroll. So, let's be honest for a second. The next time you pick up your phone and start scrolling without really meaning to, that's not weakness. That's a billion-dollar algorithm exploiting a neurological reward system that evolved millions of years before smartphones existed. You were never supposed to have a fair fight, but now you know how it works. and knowing the mechanism gives you power over it. Notice the urge before you act on it. Add friction. Set intentional windows. Give your brain the space to want things again, real things, conversations, meals, sleep. The slow, satisfying rewards that dopamine was actually designed for. Your attention is the most valuable thing you own. Guard it accordingly. That is the science of dopamine and why your phone is the most sophisticated attention hijacking device ever built. If this made you want to put your phone down, even for 5 minutes, smash that like button, subscribe to Dr. Doodle, and drop a comment below. How many hours a day do you actually scroll? Be honest, I genuinely want to know. Stay curious, stay in control. See you in the next one.